Welcome back to Chapter 4 of my Fire Emblem Engage LTC run. This is the first chapter with preparations, so from now on we're going to display unit stats and inventory at the start of each map. A lot of information can be inferred from these screens, but all the details will be written in the description. This mainly includes expenditures and activities performed in the Somnial, which was unlocked this chapter but will never be featured in any of the videos by itself. We start off with Alir visiting the village to obtain a javelin. Then our new unit, Saline, takes the javelin and warps away with it. She joins with the Celica ring, enabling her to warp 10 tiles beyond her max movement range and attack simultaneously. Her warp Ragnarok range is calculated before she takes any actions, so she can still move maximally as if she hadn't taken an action like trading, which otherwise constricts her movement. Louise and Chloe will line up with her to clear a path to the boss, passing on the javelin she just obtained. Clan is going to join up with them as he will serve as the boss killer for this map. Since the boss is an Armor Knight, Clan is the only unit able to reach him and kill him in 2 turns, thanks to his unique combination of magic damage and being able to use the Sigurd ring. The rest of the team can't really keep up with him, so they will just stay behind. The trio of Etier, Bushron, and Alfred are going to bait the Hand Axe Cavalier down, while Alir farms more XP on the bottom left. She has effective damage on the armors thanks to the rapier and has good survivability backed by Fram's Chain Guard and Avoid boosting personal skill. On enemy phase, Chloe must dodge the Armor Knight to avoid being broken and then kill him on counter. She does not normally deal any damage to him, but her adjacency to Selene and Louise activates her personal skill, which adds 2 points of true damage per hit. True damage is essentially damage that ignores defense or resistance, which has some interesting applications in this run. She gets broken by the Cavalier, but that's okay since she faces no chance of death at this point. Alir breakbaits the soldier into attacking her instead of Fram, while Vander baits an Armor Knight left and counterattacks him with Naratun. This is kind of suboptimal because Vander has a small chance of critting him, and we want Alir to get that kill instead. It probably would have been better to unequip him or use a weaker axe. At the start of turn 2 we obtain the Time Crystal, which allows us to rewind up to 10 times per chapter. This run is going to feature very heavy usage of the Time Crystal in some chapters. I'll try my best to minimize rewinds for viewability, but it does get ugly sometimes. Back to the main area, Louise and Saline get the Cavalier out of the way so Chloe can reach the Pegasus Knight on the top right. She needs to break them from 2 range so that Clan is able to attack them at 1 range and then counter upwards, allowing him to get into the boss's attack range. The remainder of the map is spent farming some resources. Honestly, a lot of clears in the run are like this, since the vast majority of maps have a defeat boss objective, ultimately not requiring that many combatants to win. Anyway, the Workout Squad 3v1s the Cavalier to get a free hand axe drop, and Alir gets a bit more XP. The Armor Knights are slightly higher level than the soldiers, so it's optimal for Alir to kill them instead. Ideally she kills all of them, but the soldier does not move early enough on the next enemy phase for that to happen. This chapter itself contains the first example of Time Crystal abuse to rig unreliable outcomes. Clan needs to land 1 out of 2 6% crits to kill the boss on enemy phase. Thanks to the Time Crystal, this outcome is much more reasonable to rig by hand, as this map would take a lot longer to complete otherwise. While the Time Crystal itself does not reset random numbers, it allows us to burn more of them by modifying some combat sequences, such as allowing the enemy to counterattack, or using Echo to attack twice. This boss is also the one and only reason that Clan gained a level prior to this chapter, as that level up gives them exactly enough speed to double. Unfortunately, Clan is still way too underleveled to contribute long term, but this contribution alone already makes him one of the more important units in the run. With that, the map is cleared in 2 turns.